Hey everyone, welcome. So this is Shade. So imagine if I send you USDC on chain right now. So the whole world sees it, my balance, the amount, your address, and that's basically fine for a hobby. But what if it's a deal breaker for payroll, treasury, and any real OTC trade? And that's where Shade comes. So the usual fix is just like a mixer, but the mixer got sanctioned because you can't prove you're clean, and it's privacy with no accountability. And Shade is the third option where it's private, cross chain, and provable. So let's get started by connecting our wallets. So we shield funds and you trade them without revealing amounts or counterparties. And when an auditor asks you, can selectively prove your own history. So this is our dashboard. For the first time in shared protocol, you need to create a passphrase, and this derives your node key material client side and it never leaves the browser unencrypted. So if a new user just set their passphrase, that's it. So let's get started, and these are the dashboard we have, and we have the recent activities of the entire shared protocol, and we have some couple of information over here, the balances, etc. And let's get started by going to the deposit page to shield our USDC. So here's where real money enters. So I got USDC on Arbitrum and I'm going to shield it. So watch carefully what happens. So I burn the USDC on Arbitrum through Circle's CCTP, and the CCTP utters the burn and the same amount gets minted on Stellar into our shielded pool contract. The moment it lands, it stops being a visible balance. It becomes a Poseidon commitment, a single hash sitting in Merkle tree in the pool contract. And the steps are running right now. So what's basically is happening is it's approving and burning on Arbitrum, and then the CCTP will attest. And now the backend is minting on Stellar, and it's generating a zero knowledge proof that this node was formed correctly. Grot 16 over BLS 12381. So the approve and the burn has been completed and we got the transaction hash. So we can click the link and we can redirect to the RBScan and we can view the actual transaction as a function call. Yeah, I will just wait for some time, let it finish, and yeah, so it is done. So we can see that the current pool contract is in leaf 0 and it has been completed, and we got the transaction hash as well. So we can just click this and we can navigate to the explorer. So this is the raw BLS2 381 bytes, the verified checked, and the public inputs. So, and also it says the proof generated plus verified. The public signal here is the commitment, and that's the only thing that goes public. The amount the owner is never revealed. And here we can see the transaction in RBScan, and let's go back to Stellar. So what happened is, like, the settlement transaction called our Soroban verified contract as part of the transaction. So on Soroban, if that proof were invalid, the whole transaction will be reverted, right? So the fact that the transaction success is not app telling it worked. So it's the Stellar network telling you that a pad check has been passed. And yeah, we can also view the mint and forward function in Stellar. So yeah, so we can see the mint and forward function. So we can also see some couple of information over here, and so now let's head back to the app. So coming to the most cool exciting feature, so I want to turn my private USDC node into XLM. So normally a trade broadcasts everything, right? The pair, the size, who's on each side, but we do it so nobody including us sees the amounts, and that's the trade section. So I'm about to hit the execute trade. So what happens is, like, first an RFQ intent. So this is the trade lifecycle layer. So it's request just like I want to move this node without committing anything yet, right? Then the MPC private match. Then a committee of MPC nodes privately matches my intent against a counterside. So it's a 3-node threshold setup, a Shamir secret share, and the ED25519 threshold signatures. Now the ZK is also done, so, and it binds the proof to the specific committee match, so the settlement can't be repaid or swapped out. Yeah, and then the contract has been settled, and only if all the three agree. So the committee threshold signature verified on chain and the ZK proof verified on chain in the same transaction. So the MPC price settlement is done and the proof has been generated and it's verified on chain. So we can see the transaction over here. So the transaction ran the committee verification and the pairing check on chain. So everything is basically succeeded, and we can see it has been true and the ZK has been verified. So let's head back to the app and we'll view the complaints page. So this is the complaints page. So I can choose exactly what to disclose, like the amounts or keep them hidden. So then I generated signed complaints report. It proves my transaction with on-chain reference and cryptographic signature that any auditor can verify independently. So now that the toggle is on to show the amount, it is showing the transaction details and the amount. Now I'm generating again without the amount, so we don't need to disclose the amount we hold, and that's how it works. So let's head back to the withdraw section. So any unspent node can be withdrawn to our wallet. So basically the backend is built with the withdraw public ZK proof that I'm proving that I own an unspent node plus the complaints root, and so we can watch the logs here. So just like that, it demands my signature and I signed it. The try withdraw function has been executed, and we can see the 0.5 USDC has been credited with the withdraw function. So the heavy part of the backend holds a API gateway, a solver, a relayer, a prover service, and an MPC committee service. So this is the relayer logs we can see here in my terminal. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.